Around the world, there are tons of places both the curious as well as the seekers of the macabre can visit where infamous murders and other crimes have occurred. Some remaining all but unchanged since the moment they entered the public eye. Some spots, however, have become hidden or have been completely transformed into something else entirely in the hopes of keeping the dark tourists at bay, or maybe just trying to outrun the stigma attached to the original structure. So come with me as we take a small tour of a few of the most infamous crime scenes in history and what those locations are used for today. 1969, Charles Manson's followers brutally murdered Leno and Rosemary LaBianca, a working-class couple living in the Los Feliz neighborhood of Los Angeles, California. Unlike Sharon Tate, the LaBiancas weren't famous or even involved in the entertainment industry. They were stabbed nearly 50 times apiece, all the while struggling and fighting back against their assailant. The two-bedroom house located at 3311 Waverly Drive was previously owned by Ghost Adventures host Zach Bagans. But even Bagans couldn't stay there for long. He recently sold the house to an anonymous buyer for around $1.8 million, significantly less than the asking price of the original $2.2 million. Jeffrey Dahmer remains one of the most infamous serial killers of all time. He was arrested in July of 1991 when Milwaukee police officers noticed a distraught, handcuffed man on the street. Terrified, the man explained to the officers that he had just escaped from the apartment of Dahmer, who had threatened to not only kill the man, but also to eat his heart. Upon entering the apartment, police officers discovered human remains, including skulls and other body parts, along with photographs of dead men who had either been mutilated or completely dismembered. Dahmer was sentenced to 15 life terms in 1992, but was murdered in prison by a fellow inmate in 1994. Today, there's only a vacant lot where Dahmer's apartment was located at 924 North 25th Street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Known as the Killer Clown, John Wayne Gacy was responsible for assaulting and murdering a minimum of 33 boys and young men. The serial killer performed regularly as a clown named Pogo at local children's hospitals and charity events in and around Cook County, which is a major metropolitan area of Chicago. At the time, his conviction for 33 murders in one trial was the most of any one person in United States history. John Wayne Gacy's house has since been torn down and replaced with a new residence, built on the same plot of land where Gacy reportedly buried many of his victims. The home, located at 8215 West Summerdale Avenue, was sold for just shy of $400,000 in May of 2021. The 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,500 square foot home is now estimated to be worth just around $536,000 at the time of this recording. On November 13th of 1974, Ronald DeFeo murdered his mother, father, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters with a high-powered rifle in their Long Island home. 2 years later, George and Kathleen Lutz, the new owners of the house, began spreading a story that ghosts and evil spirits had scared them out of the house that they had just purchased. A book based on their apparent hoax became a #1 bestseller, and the subsequent film was a box office smash. Despite all that, it's now widely accepted that the Lutzes completely fabricated their horror story. The home, located at 112 Ocean Avenue, remains a popular tourist attraction, even though it no longer features its iconic quarter-moon windows. On the morning of August 4th, 1892, Lizzie Borden murdered her stepmother with an axe in the Borden's Fall River, Massachusetts family home. Abby Borden's body was found in the guest room between the bed and the bureau. Soon after, Lizzie axed her father, Andrew Borden, to death in the living room. While little doubt still remains amongst many that Lizzie committed the crime, she was eventually acquitted at trial due to lack of evidence. Although ostracized by the community, Lizzie remained in Fall River until her death on June 1st, 1927. The house, located at 230 2nd Street, remained a private residence for several decades before eventually being converted into a bed and breakfast. Guests are now invited to view the murder scene, and if you want to, you can sleep in Lizzie or her sister Emma's bedrooms, Abby or Andrew's bedrooms, or even the guest room where Abby was murdered. Henry Howard Holmes Hotel was located just 3 miles from the site of the 1893 Columbia Exposition, or the World's Fair in Chicago, offering a resting place for fairgoers after a day of festivities. The informally named Murder Castle featured a series of hidden passages and torture chambers that H.H. Holmes used to execute his murders. Holmes would trap guests inside the building, tormenting them with acid vats and poisonous gases. While he did confess to the murders of 27 guests, the actual total is still unknown. He was hanged for his crime on May 7th of 1896. Today, the modest Englewood post office sits on part of the site where the Holmes Hotel once stood at 601 and 603 West 63rd Street. The rest of the space is occupied by a grassy knoll. While the post office itself is nothing out of the ordinary, dark history fans still flock to the site for pictures. On Christmas Day of 1996, in an upscale neighborhood in Boulder, Colorado, 6-year-old beauty queen JonBenét Ramsey was discovered missing. Soon after, the little girl's body was found in the basement of her family home, murdered. As of today, nobody has been arrested for what was one of the most intensely covered crimes in United States history. The family home where the murder is believed to have taken place is located at 755 15th Street in Boulder, Colorado. The basement room where young JonBenét was left for dead has now been converted into a family/playroom. Selena Quintanilla Perez was shot in the back after confronting her former fan club president Yolanda Saldivar in room 158 regarding financial embezzlement. Wounded, Selena ran from the room across a grassy area and toward the lobby seeking help. She collapsed in the lobby, identifying Saldivar as her attacker before losing consciousness, all the while leaving a 392-foot trail of blood behind her. Although the hotel is now a Red Roof Inn as opposed to the Days Inn it used to be, and the original room number of 158, where the confrontation began, has been renumbered to room 150 in order to avoid it becoming a macabre attraction. The exterior layout of the courtyard, walkway, and lobby areas remain largely similar, allowing fans to trace the path she took. January 15th of 1947, the horribly mutilated body of aspiring 22-year-old actress Elizabeth Short, aka the Black Dahlia, was found cut in half in a Los Angeles area open field. Still unsolved to this day, her slaying remains one of the most infamous murder cases in the history of Hollywood, maybe even the world. This spectacularly gruesome crime has gone on to inspire books and films alike, including the James Ellroy bestseller, The Black Dahlia, and 1981 film True Confession. Today, the once undeveloped area known as Limert Park is a residential neighborhood located approximately 2 blocks east of the Crenshaw Plaza Mall in Baldwin Hills. The body was found near the current address of 3925 South Norton Avenue. On February 28th of 1993, a team of federal agents launched an assault on the premises of a religious community called Mount Carmel outside of Waco, Texas. The community was occupied by a sect called the Branch Davidians, who were led by a man named David Koresh. The raid resulted in a shootout in which 4 federal agents and 6 Davidians were killed. This was then followed by a 51-day standoff, which ended in an assault on the premises on April 19th of 1993. A fire broke out and 76 of the occupants were killed, including many women and children. The location of the former compound is located in Waco on Double E Ranch Road. As an aside, one of my teens took a school field trip here just about a month or so ago. In the dense rainforest of Guyana, Jim Jones built a compound where he and his followers were meant to live a utopian harmony, the People's Temple. There were several huts for sleeping, teaching, working, and Jones' own sermons. On November 18th of 1978, Jones led 909 of those cult members to death by cyanide poisoning. Jones encouraged his followers to take the cyanide as an act of protest and as a way to, and I quote, go down in history. The dwellings from the People's Temple remained standing for a little bit more than a year after the horrific incident took place. Today, the infrastructure has been completely overgrown and is devoid of any signs of human activity. Its location is close to the small town of Port Cayuma on the border of Venezuela. On February 7th of 2008, Charles Cookie Thornton committed a mass shooting at the Kirkwood City Hall in Missouri, killing 2 police officers, 2 council members, and a public works director during a city council meeting. The gunman, who had a history of disputes with the city, was killed by police at the scene. Kirkwood City Hall, located at 139 South Kirkwood Road in Kirkwood, Missouri, remains largely the same, other than the incident leading to a major security upgrade, including metal detectors and increased police presence during meetings. On April 20th of 1999, 2 high school students named Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold walked into Columbine High School and began firing from a multi-gun arsenal. They also distributed homemade bombs throughout the school. In all, they murdered 12 students and 1 teacher, as well as injuring 23 others before taking their own lives. In 2019, the superintendent of Jeffco Public Schools, Jason Glass, asked his district to consider tearing down the school and rebuilding it in an act of reverence toward the victims. However, the school, which is located at 6201 South Pierce Street in Littleton, Colorado, is still open and in operation to this day. On August 9th of 1969, fanatical members connected to a psychopathic freak named Charles Manson murdered actress Sharon Tate and several of her house guests at her Los Angeles mansion. One of the most infamous murders in United States history, the crime spree, which would continue days after these murders, was immortalized in the best-selling book Helter Skelter. Today, Tate's home at 10048 Cielo Drive has been completely rebuilt and is a private residence and not visible from the street at all. On July 1st of 1981, 4 people were bludgeoned to death in a split-level home on Wonderland Avenue, a cramped street in the heavily wooded section of Hollywood called Laurel Canyon. It has been widely speculated that the murders were a hit ordered by the underworld figure Eddie Nash. Adult film star John Holmes was present during the murders and was actually forced to watch the crimes as they took place. Supposedly, this was because he owed Nash money, and Nash's form of punishment was making Holmes watch the gory scene. Even though there were 3 trials spanning over 10 years, no one was ever convicted of the crimes. The home today at 8764 Wonderland Avenue remains essentially unchanged from 45 years ago. John Lennon was killed by Mark David Chapman on December 8th of 1980 as he returned to his New York apartment from a recording session. At almost 11 p.m. that night, Lennon's limo pulled up outside the building when Chapman pulled a snub-nosed .38 revolver from his pocket and fired 5 shots, 4 of which struck the music legend. Today, it's not only possible to stand near the exact site where the fatal shot struck Lennon outside of the Dakota Apartments at 1 West 72nd Street, it's a bona fide tourist attraction. Between the years of 1981 and 1988, Wasco County, Oregon became home to a religious community known as Rajneeshpuram. Following the words and teachings of Rajneesh, later known as Osho, the makeshift town's members all dressed in bright neon orange and carried out the difficult labor that was needed to be done. However, under the rule of Rajneesh and his right-hand woman, Ma Anand Sheila, some particularly shady crimes went down. These included attempted murder, biological warfare, and assault. The land where Rajneeshpuram stood was sold to Denistar Washington in 1991. Washington attempted to run the ranch for profit, eventually negotiating with the state to turn it into a state park. When both of these fell through, he eventually donated the land to Young Life, a Christian youth organization. Young Life continues to hold annual summer camps on the property to this day. On October 12, 1978, Nancy Spungen was found murdered in a New York City hotel room, the victim of stab wounds to her abdomen. Former Sex Pistols bassist Sid Vicious was charged with her death, and after being bailed out in February of 1979, he died from a heroin overdose. Extensive renovations took place for many years, but she reopened to guests in 2022. The Hotel Chelsea is still located at 222 West 23rd Street. Spungen's murders took place in room 100. However, the infamous room where Nancy Spungen died in 1978 was demolished and incorporated into other units shortly after the event in order to prevent it from becoming a shrine to dark tourists. In the summer of 1977, the greater New York City area was terrorized by a serial killer who came to be known as the Son of Sam. Methodically stalking attractive women for months, the killer used a .44 caliber pistol to assassinate his victims. On August 10, 1977, police were able to arrest 24-year-old David Berkowitz, a postal worker who eventually pled guilty to all of the shooting. 42 Pine Street, formerly known as 35 Pine Street, in Yonkers is the location of the home where Berkowitz was arrested that August day. Although the interior has been updated and the physical address has changed, the exterior of the building remains largely the same. Iconic Italian fashion designer Gianni Versace was on the front steps of his Miami Beach mansion, Casa Casuarina, when he was murdered by Andrew Cunanan on July 15th of 1997. Versace was returning from a morning visit to the News Cafe when he was shot in the back of his head with the same Taurus pistol that Cunanan used to carry out the murders of 2 other victims, William Reese and David Madsen. Since 2015, Versace's opulent mansion, located at 1116 Ocean Drive in Miami Beach, has been operating as a luxury boutique hotel known as La Villa Casa Casuarina. The hotel is fitted with 10 unique suites, a gourmet restaurant, and a mosaic pool designed by Versace himself. If you're feeling it, you can even stay in Gianni Versace's very own bedroom for about $1,500 per night. A Soul Train Awards party took place on March 9, 1997, outside of the Peterson Automotive Museum, where rapper Notorious B.I.G., also known as Biggie Smalls or Christopher Wallace, was gunned down by a drive-by shooter shortly after midnight while sitting in his Chevy Suburban. While it has been speculated that Smalls might have supplied the gun that killed rival Tupac Shakur the year prior, the Smalls family vehemently denies these charges outright. Today, the Peterson Automotive Museum is still fully functioning and open to visitors. It's located in the Miracle Mile neighborhood of Los Angeles, situated on Wilshire Boulevard's Museum Row at 6060 Wilshire Boulevard. Nicole Brown Simpson, ex-wife of pro football player O.J. Simpson, lived with their 2 children in the Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles at 875 South Bundy Drive. On Sunday, June 12th of 1994, Brown was murdered in front of her home alongside her friend, 25-year-old waiter Ron Goldman. Brown was found in a pool of her own blood, having been stabbed multiple times in the neck and scalp. Simpson was tried for the murders, and after a public trial lasting 9 months, he was acquitted, although he was later found civilly liable for both of their deaths. The true identity of Brown's killer technically still remains a mystery. Her townhouse on South Bundy Drive sat unoccupied for about 2 years following her murder. When the house was finally resold, the new owner extensively remodeled the unit and had the address changed to avoid any kind of association with the traumatic event.